Hey guys! So today we're going to be talking about rope physics in the Blender game engine. This was a request made by Brandon 10 on BlendSwap, and it's a very good question. It's something that I ran in circles with for some time, and it's some information that's worth knowing. So without further ado, let's get started. So to begin with rope physics in Blender Game Engine, you'll first need a string of rigid body objects that match the length of your rope or tail rig that are connected to each other with the rigid body joint constraint. This will allow them to fall and tumble with each other without losing their connection inside of the Blender game. Now you'd think the next step was to add copy location or rotation constraints to your tail or rope rig. Well, unfortunately, it's not that simple. That's not how it works. In the Blender game engine, rigs can only follow other rigs, but the solution to that is to gather a separate bone for each collision box and lay them inside of each other. Parent these bones to the collision box, and they will follow those collision boxes as they tumble through the world. Then you may add a copy location or rotation constraint onto your tail rig that follows each of those effector bones on the collision boxes. Make sense? Keep in mind, though, that at the end opposite the tip of your rope or tail needs to be based at a static object. In the case of our tail, you'll see the tip collision box here, the next one connected to this one, connected to this one, and they're ultimately connected to this box right here inside of the body. This prevents the tail from completely falling away. For instance, should I delete this object, the tail will just simply fall to the ground. Not very pretty. So do always remember to keep that base object around. Unless you're just looking to make some floppy worm, and that's totally cool. And that's basically it. Simply have your rigid bodies connected to each other with the rigid body constraint, have your effector bones parented to those rigid bodies, and then have your tail rig bones following the location and rotation of those effector bones. And that's about as simple as it gets for making rope and tail physics in Blender Game Engine. Thank you very much for watching. Oh my god, what happened to his eyes?